is Nate from the South.
Nate from the South. Wow, we're getting a lot of people from the South these days. What's up?
I just wanted to apologize for Jason from the South on behalf of the South.
Well, you know, after the show yesterday, I was thinking I'm just done with all them South. But I will accept your apology on behalf of everyone from the South.
You don't think Sam's a Southern racist?
Thank you. That's what you hear from neo-Nazis. If you say anything that they don't agree with, you just don't like white people, right?
That's right.
You know, if you're not a racist, you don't like white people. If you don't agree with their views, you're against Southern people.
Well,
I mean, it's ridiculous. It's just.
To be fair, at least white supremacists, when you disagree with their views, say that you are a racist against white people. They don't make They don't make the claim that you are racist against Nazis, because we know Nazis are not a race. But James from the South,
right. They generally
go ahead.
They generally try to hide that fact.
Yes.
But, you know, one thing I wanted to point out was that they always say that a business is like your house, and it's not. Your business is not your house. It's, you know, you have to have a license for that. The state regulates that for good reason. You know, you can't just do anything you want in your business as if it's your living room.
Well, that's right. You open up a business, you're subject to labor laws, you're subject to safety laws, your food safety if it's a restaurant. You're subject to a whole raft of regulations by state and federal agencies and municipal agencies. And but apparently, you know, that's not as much of an issue. If you're only going to allow white people into your restaurant, you want to make sure that they're healthy. That's the important thing.
Right. You know, it was really disturbing to hear of that kind of stuff, you know, being put forth, and the anger that they have. I think that's really the problem. I think his problem was really just an anger management issue. He was just pissed off in general.
I think that one guy in particular is, I would agree with, yes, that assessment.
There was actually a study that came out that said something like how minorities have a much brighter view of the future in this country than white people do.
Well, there you have it. Well, listen, I appreciate the apology. The South is now back in my good graces.
Thank you. Have a good day, Sam.
Appreciate the call. Let's we'll take one more call before we go to another story. Call from a 901 area code. Who's this?
It's Morgan in Memphis.
Morgan, welcome to the program.
Hey, I wanted to call and kind of talk about this moron that called you yesterday from the South. I live in the South. I was born and raised, and I think we have a serious problem with kind of addressing our own history and how it's impacted Republican politics and Libertarian politics. And I guess what I wanted to talk about is these Libertarians that call in. I don't think they have any clue how guys like Murray Rothbard and these KKK members are connected, as well as ideas like interposition and states' rights being kind of hand in glove with the Southern strategy in Republican politics. So
I think you're right. And look, you know, a lot of these libertarians who call in are not actually libertarians. They are neo-Confederates who simply have a problem with the federal government, and they believe that states can have these rights. I mean, you know, Ron Paul, he may have a problem with the federal government spying, but he got no problem with the state government doing it. And, you know, one of the central, I mean, look, the central building block for the notion of states' rights, the reason why this became a movement of state rights was hand in glove about, you can't come here and tell us how we treat our black people. That essentially was the foundation of states' rights. And it's not just code. That's what the substance is too, frankly.
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to also, I'm going to let you go, but I wanted to commend to your listeners' attention a book called The Mind of the South by W.J. Cash. It's kind of a timeless classic. It was written kind of in the New Deal era, but it really explains the evolution of Southern politics and its relation to slavery and Jim Crow and all those issues. So,
Mind of the South by who? W.J.
Cash.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right. Appreciate the recommendation.
All right.
Thanks for the call.